Sup, bitches? I almost forgot to say it.
I was waiting for it. So is he gonna say it?
I was reading something.
Like, what was I?
I was reading something, and it just like my brain was like, "Yeah, wait a second." Um, last time on wait, this D&D game is an Isekai anime. That's the official title. If you were to make a
Wait,
show out of
it's
this,
reversed.
wait, the Isekai characters get Isekai'd? How's this happen?
Because someone played a reverse Uno card.
I would actually laugh if that's the reason that this happened. Maxwell and Jid find out that they're not in the same place they were anymore, and they come across two cops, and they figure out nights are very long now. So are days. And they find a way to get out of the suburbs to a new place called Amsterdam. New Amsterdam. New something.
It was New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam. Will they find their friends? Will
Right now, you're in the city of York.
work?
I bought a small little memo pad so I can if I need to write something down.
I just saw what you said before that the anime title. All credits of this name goes to the DM. Hold on, we were teleported to the future?
Wait. Here's a better one.
Wah, wah, wah. Hey Drew, does evil Aoife like sand?
Gee, I don't know.
New title from the mind of our DM. Hold on, what do you mean we were teleported to a future with police brutality in suburbia? That's fitting, actually. Yes. No, now that I think about it, every D&D world has a severe lack of real-world politics and issue.
That's because typically in the age that D&D takes place in, the Geneva Convention has yet to be established.
This is true.
Oh, had a system crash. He's redeemed.
Ooh. Complete system malfunction. Welcome to the part of the show that is that we always start with technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. It gives me some time to write up a couple of items, or at least think of a couple of names for magic items.
Hey, by the way, does the store we're visiting sell guns? I don't think they would, considering it's just a, hey, you're passing through. Take something. Nothing that you have to make a stat block for.
Came
Or
back.
like, does it have a gun catalog? Oh, he's back. Does it have gun catalogs or
Gotta
something?
love SSDs.
Nice. Well, if you guys are already ready to go to market real quick.
I mean, if we want to role play going to the market real quick, like if we want to like role play leaving the town and going all that way to the market, then I wouldn't mind.
Well, you said you wanted to go through the market,
Then leave town.
then
No,
leave town,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's right.
Because the market's in the town.
Yeah. I thought
Well,
we were talking about the one that was on the route that we were going through. Because I remember the guy saying that there was a...
you were thinking of rest stops.
Yeah, the rest stops.
Well,
Maxwell thanks the man and proceeds to leave.
oh right, that bit of we'll assume some the time passed. You know, it comes to daybreak, and you go to you're like heading to market to browse, and you can see that it is that like as the sun rises, it is absolutely bustling. Like oh
Shit.
right, it's bustling. There's a bunch of people, and you see it's a very diverse crowd. Like you can see people dressed mostly in very plain, nondescript clothing. But like of all races, you see from you see gnomes darting in between people's legs to go fastest. And
Maxwell
there's
immediately grips his wallet.
and you can see that like sort of like there's gaps in the like large gaps in the crowd for the bigger people to go through. Like there's at least like if we're talking an area the size of Times Square, you see Jade could see at least half a dozen other centaur roaming around.
Look, it's your people. Actually, this is the first time I've seen another one other than you. Is that what they... Is that... Why does that one have spots? And you don't? That's quite interesting.
Jid's just going to just eye Maxwell, and just while he's talking, he's like, okay.
It's gonna see a fucking high up. Why isn't that one dark? See? That's how you sound.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, let's let Maxwell dig himself a grave.
Oh, that came out much more No, I meant how do centaur... I thought all centaurs... This isn't gonna... I'm just gonna stop while I'm ahead. Gonna stop while
And
I'm
I'm going to
ahead.
start trotting off.
Wait, it wasn't about you! Gonna
Are
start
you
running after him.
All right.
Oh, are you is either of you sprinting?
No, I'm just at a steady pace, trying to keep up with crowds. If there's like I did miss part of it because I crashed again. But if it's like crowded, and there's like it's moving, I'm just gonna go with the flow.
He
So
said there's a big...
And
There's big
Jid,
enough... There's wide enough gaps for people who are
Jid,
big.
as you move through the crowd, you see that people move to accommodate the extra space you take up. Like you're able to you'd be able to walk from one side of the market square to the other without bumping into anybody in a
I'm
straight
gonna
line.
I'm gonna still be like, excuse me, like be polite and stuff.
And you notice that like some people and some of the people you acknowledge tip their hats towards you.
Damn it! Not that.
Maxwell catching up to Jid, like to the person right in front of him. Good day.
All right. I'm just gonna have to go off on my phone for right now. I'm gonna have to get my backup set up going because my computer just keeps crashing.
Mm.
That's rough.
All right, you just looking up.
So I have no control over my character sheet right now. Give me about 10 minutes, but we can still all pee.
Cool.
I'm just double checking our DMs to what you were looking for.
Okay.
So most of the like there's a few like there's like clumps of stalls throughout the middle of the where they're like kiosks. Like there's clumps of vendors throughout the middle of the square.
Mm-hmm.
They're like kiosks, but the majority of the goods are in like open faced storefronts. Like imagine they're buildings with like instead of having 4 walls and a door, they have like 3.5 walls, and half of a wall is just open to let people come and go.
Oh wow, is that a Mackey's?
Ignore the bullfrogs.
Oh wow, it's the GOP.
It's the GOP. There is if Maxwell, if there's clothes on your mind, you notice a store that has a little bit less traffic called Gucci.
Maxwell is gonna take one look in there and go like, that just seems unnecessary. Honestly, I'd rather go to Ras. See what it says. What's another word for dress?
Well,
Acquire for a
right
smaller amount.
right next to Gucci is a store that also sells clothes called Wrath.
Yes. Maxwell is going to immediately go into that store. With or without Jade.
Are you guys going to stick together as you shop or split off to go do your own shopping?
We don't have anything to keep. Yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to find Jid. He's not getting close. So he's probably going to look the same. Hopefully.
You hear, Hatter?
I'm halfway here. I'm still setting up the new backup setup.
Would you stick with or not? Would you stick with Maxwell or would you go out on your own in search of your life?
I will stick with Maxwell because there is no point for us to separate because we've already been separated from we don't as like Jid would not separate because he doesn't know who else has been separated. So he doesn't know if like Zeus or Vegeta or Zelena, like he doesn't know if who what happened or what. So he's not going to lose Maxwell.
All right.
So we walk into the store to Wrath's.
Well, it's a you can tell it's a tailor, but it's not like anywhere Maxwell has ever been. There's there's like full suits. Like there's pieces of suits and full suits and all sorts of exotic clothes, all sorts of stuff that looks exotic to him, but to say 1920s or 1990s Americans would look perfectly fine. Like
Wow.
the selection of clothing and styles is like they took 20s style and 90s style and put it all in one store.
Wow, those pants are exceptionally bright.
And the man behind the counter is is wearing a suit, but it is bright green, almost like it almost hurts to look at.
Maxwell takes off his sunglasses, forgets that he is sensitive to shit.
He is also wearing cloud goggles.
Oh, so do you have anything that would be? I'm looking for cargo joggers, joggers, so they're comfortable and stretchy, but also have multiple pocket pouches on them.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Like,
I'm on my Chromebook, so
oh, rest in peace. You say you're
it's
looking.
working pretty well.
You say you're looking for. You're saying you're looking for someone with a lot of pockets, and he directs you to a rack of pants, and most of the pairs of pants are more pockets than pants.
Dear God. Maxwell is gonna find a black pair that have 4 pouches on each and it's gonna find 4 pockets each. 4 not each, 4 pockets in total. So a pocket and a pouch and a pocket and a pouch. It's gonna
Okay, it takes a minute of browsing for one that has just 4 pockets, but it's that like
wait 6 pockets, back pockets,
6
and then
pockets,
4, and
back
then
pockets.
the
Well,
regular
yeah.
pockets, and then the
So it's not quite so hard to find one that has just 6 pockets, but you can find a decent pair of cargo cargo pants,
and
and it has a little tag on it.
what
Be right back.
is
I've got a phone call now.
That has 4 yellow circles on it.
what? I'm gonna roll an intelligence check, just a straight intelligence, because I'm not investigating. Just so intelligence.
So it's a price tag. It is a language independent price tag. It's the pants are 4 gold,
Where?
which for a pair of pants, for just a regular pair of pants, might be seems a little expensive. But on the flip side of the tag, it also has the symbol of the Gucci store.
God damn it! I have the gold, but I refuse to wear anything Gucci. In D&D or out of D&D.
Make an Arcana check. Make an Arcana check.
Arcana. Nope. I hate my life. God damn it.
It
All
doesn't
these
take
proficiencies Still got nothing.
It doesn't take a genius to realize that these pants aren't like that. A pair of pants going for 4 gold isn't gonna be is gonna be incredibly sturdy and probably magically so.
You're gonna make me wear Gucci.
I mean, you can keep looking.
No, I'll take the pants. I'm also gonna look for like a plain black T-shirt and like I don't know how to describe this. Like not a poofy Letterman jacket. like a
So like a slim, like a slim Letterman style jacket.
yeah. That doesn't have any like letter on it, like a style.
Okay.
And also a fanny pack because Lord knows I'm gonna get that fanny pack.
Well, you can find fanny packs in an array of colors just sort of everywhere. Like
Yeah,
even on racks where it would make 0 sense to have a fanny pack.
I'm gonna find a black fanny pack.
Maxwell walking out of the store. It's like having 7 bags of holding.
So the only sorry, I'm looking through magic items.
Gonna get some grease for my hair, just slick it back.
Here we go.
Go full grease.
So the only like good looking, sturdy Letterman style jacket you can find has a price tag of like they have to write a number 1,000, and it's a yellow circle indicating gold pieces.
Oh, but is it black?
It's black.
Okay,
Well, it's black with red accents.
black with red accents. Question, Jojo. Could I possibly talk out of character? Could I possibly talk the merchant down? Is there a possibility of that? If not, it's fine. I think I have enough for it. I'm just this hurts. Spend all my money on fucking clothes.
I mean, do you only have 1,000?
I have 2,500, which I technically would have more if I didn't fuck with my character sheet from before, because I'm pretty sure I had like more than what the starter amount of gold is for a spy background. But like I fucked up my sheet and it was like whatever. So I have 2,500. I could spend that. Just don't want to.
Well,
It hurts.
from the presence of the tags, you can infer that the prices are set. Either the prices are take it or leave it.
Yeah. All right. How much is the shirt gonna be? So far, I'm looking at 1,004. How much is the fanny pack and the shirt?
I just don't know. That's the problem.
So the shirt is marked with marked with a brown circle. Like the tag on the shirt is just a single brown circle.
Oh, a bronze! Finally, something that feels affordable.
A copper. Well, it's copper.
Copper piece. Finally, something that feels affordable.
How many keys probably won't look?
Oh, here we go.
Have a chip in it?
Oh, that says rope.
Oh, right, he's on the phone. I
If
forgot.
If it's just a metal key, it's not going to look. Just unlock it, right?
Fine. I don't
Another
think.
thing you can try to do as well is unlock the car with the key to the driver door.
Okay, so copper piece, 1,000 gold pieces, 4 gold pieces. I don't feel like doing
If
math.
you go to jump and make sure the key's off.
I know
Try to
silver
jump because
piece, 1 gold piece is 10
it
silver
might have
pieces, and vice versa. 1 silver piece is 10 copper pieces. I'm not doing math. I don't feel like it. Okay, and the fanny pack.
Oh, fanny pack.
The fanny
The
pack.
fanny pack is marked with a gray circle and 5 bronze circles.
All right. I'm literally just gonna spend 1,005 gold on clothes and accessories alone. Cause I'm not. Wait, I should get a watch. Like, not just for just for actual All right, telling time.
All right, watch. But there aren't any watches at Wrath's.
We could probably find one somewhere near where Jid is shopping. I'm doing my shopping now. It's just clothes, fanny pack, and a watch. Want the fanny pack to hold ammunition and hold it like it's gonna be. I get a sense Maxwell's gonna be. Wait, boots. My boots will be fine. My shoes look like everybody else's, right? Like, there shouldn't be any that much
Yeah.
difference. So, and what he's wearing is basically black combat boots. So, I'd like to say for flavor he has a set of gloves for when he's crafting things for artificer shit that he sets aside, and his tinkerer's kit, and his tinkerer's tools. So,
I am sorry about that. I thought I was muted.
no, you're good. Now I can roleplay with you.
Sorry, yes, I had to take that phone call.
You're good.
Tonight's not the night apparently for D&D for me.
This is good. You're good. Jid, this is so expensive, but I want it so badly.
Context, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I picked up a Letterman, thin Letterman jacket. Not a thin, but it's not a poofy Letterman jacket. It's not like a fucking jock Letterman jacket that you see in TV shows. Like stylized Letterman jacket that is probably magical. Jid, it's so expensive, but I want it so badly.
Can you afford it?
I can. I very much
Alright,
can.
keep your eye on it. Let's go shopping around.
Well, I have to buy.
If you really want it by the time we're done, you still have the money for it. After we buy our crucial supplies, then you can have it.
Okay. Gonna go to the guy at the counter. Say, could you put these on hold for me until I get back? For me, please. I know we just met, sir, but
Yeah. Of course.
thank you so much. And we walk out to get more important shit.
Trotting away.
I like to imagine Jid is dragging Maxwell.
I need to buy coconuts.
I just want a G-Shock watch too. This is like a really cheap one, not like the fucking Dora the Explorer watch, but a watch. We need a watch. That is actually essential for time. We're at a new place. We do need a watch.
Well, do we know what a watch is?
Oh my god, do we?
You would know what a clock is, and you would assume that, and you could maybe assume that. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what to make the.
I know how to roleplay how we figure out what watches are. See a guy with a tiny clock on his arm walking by. Excuse me, sir. What is that? Points at his wrist.
It's a fucking watch, dipshit. Jesus Christ.
Well,
You from out of
that's
town?
very, very far out of town. So far out of
Yeah, it's a
town.
watch. It tells time. It's a fucking clock on your wrist. It's fucking convenient. You should get one. You should get one. I swear. I swear on it.
What?
And he points over to the store. It's got a big, like the logo looks like a big dragon head, and below it, the name is Fossil.
I actually have a Fossil watch, by the way.
Fossil watch too. I want a G-Shock watch though. Fossil watches are for good. I want a fucking athletic watch. Ooh, that
Dude, I
looks
love my small watch. I mean,
fancy. That looks like it. Is there So he's already gone. Jid, do you think they have athletic watches in there?
Jid's gonna look at you and be like, "What the fuck is it? What the heck are you talking about as an athletic watch? What do you mean?"
Well, the watch he was wearing seemed businessy, like work.
Let's go take a look. I do agree that we should, have some sort of timekeeping deal because of the weirdo cycles. So I would head over there just to take a look.
I would too.
If Jid would pick something out, it'd probably be a pocket watch.
Ding, 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 ding. Or actually, in this case, doo doo.
But he get a hoof clock. Maxwell, what? Hey, read my hoof. What time is it? Bam.
That was a dick move, and you know it.
It seems that all the watches at the Fossil store are actually, well, they're not too expensive. The cheapest one you can find is a single gold piece, but it looks like it'll fall apart at the end in the middle of combat.
Ooh, don't need
And
that.
one with it, you can find, and there are plenty with nice sturdy leather. They're playing with sturdy leather bands, and one of them, and most of those, and the ones with the sturdy leather bands and a nice compact, like you can see that a lot of them are very thick timepieces, like maybe half an inch thick. Well, some of them have quarter-inch thick timepieces, and some of them, most of them look like analog clocks. Some of them just display a number. Like you just see a number, looks like it was engraved into it. And the minutes, and after a minute, it updates. Like you can see a new number being like engraved all over the old one as a minute passes. Those are in like 100 to 200 gold piece range.
Ooh.
And then there are some that are marked specifically as combat enchanted. Like there's a section, and most of those are in the 500 to 1,000 gold piece range.
Ooh. What do you say, Jid? We go splitsies on a watch?
Depends on the type of watch.
Probably a
There's also
combat
plenty.
one.
There's also plenty of decent pocket watches too, and like in the same In the same range of ranges. Just fewer of them.
Any like combat specialty pocket watch?
There's one combat specialty pocket watch. It has it looks like kind of like just like a ball and chain, like a sort of small ball and chain. It with a hinge on the ball. You open up the hinge, you check the time, you close it up, and it seems to be. And you see someone check it out. They pick it up and start to swing it, and as they swing it, it turns into a flail in their hand. Like the
Ooh.
ball moves into the size of a flail head. And they hit a mannequin in the store that seems to be beat up from people testing that kind of watch. So it's not the only one there because it's rare. And this person, of course, puts it back after deciding, maybe not for me. So you can infer that there's only one there not because they're rare, but because they're popular.
I'm gonna look around at the other combat. So any other watch that does, if I knew this, I would have talked about this earlier. But this is where our peak leads us.
OP.
Does like any other pocket watch? Because Jid look at the normal watches, the wristband watches, and he wouldn't want that. It wouldn't. It just. I guess he would try a couple on, and it just doesn't feel natural for him. The pocket watches is something he could put in a pocket, and he wouldn't mind that so much. So
Just imagining
any other watches that are like enchanted, like with a buff or anything?
So, like,
if I had a
most of the pocket watch faces seem to be mundane, but there's also a section for like the pocket watch chains, and some of those are set aside as enchanted.
I totally do have identify. Forgot about that.
Most of them are labeled, but like, you gotta know what you're looking for type.
Yeah. Also, identify requires me to have a pearl worth 100 gold pieces. I'm not doing that shit. Maxwell is going to look at the regular combat watches to see if any of them have like some good enchantments on them.
So one of them, the ones that stand out to you have like the face of the watch, like the shape of the plate the watch is built into,
Mm-hmm.
have different shapes. One of them is shaped like a ram's head. There's quite a few shaped like shields. Let me scroll to the ring section. Did I accidentally?
Sloam and Aoife are gonna run into are gonna see Maxwell and Jin. They're just gonna be like fucking tricked out. Like, hey, how have you been? We've been fighting for our lives. Oh, that's terrible. We bought all of this.
No, Jid's not gonna be like tricked out. It's just Jid doesn't know what he's getting into, and that's the biggest thing. And so he doesn't want to spend wastefully,
Obviously,
but he definitely wants to get the stuff, and he definitely wants to get out of town.
Maxwell wants to blend in and not seem like oh, they're definitely from like.
I mean, I've already looked around and like seen other centaurs, and I was like, I mean, look like I'm more. I well, actually, hold on. I would look more like a soldier because of my background.
Yeah, people would probably mistake you for being a soldier on leave.
I look
So I,
hella fucking shady in that case, because oof.
I mean, for me, it's like
You can tell that like at least a cord like you're not the only people carrying weapons around. Like say about 25%, 20 to 30% of the people you glance at are carrying a weapon of some sort. Most people it's daggers or swords. And like there's the occasional proudly displayed handgun.
not two giant freaking lances.
I have a fucking sniper.
No, lances are a popular weapon amongst centaurs. Like of the centaurs you saw, one of them was also decked out with lances.
Okay.
Fucking sniper.
So
Like
I'm gonna
just
type in
strapped around my back.
list in the chat of all the watch shapes.
Just look at spy so I can actually match up my fucking background thing with.
So that you can see like a bunch of there we go.
Can you post that in Yep, you did in Discord.
No, not in this one, in the chat.
Okay.
Um, Ed's gonna just look around, get a couple ideas, and he's probably not gonna get anything. He already knows. He already can just see Maxwell's gonna buy something. So at least one of us having a timepiece would be beneficial.
I already know what I'm getting for my next fucking feat. It's gonna be fucking keen mind. Just
Oh, I've already updated Jid, so and then I forgot that he is a proficient in intimidation.
ooh.
With a +5.
Also, I changed what type of spy Maxwell is, which actually makes sense with his backstory. Made him a hired killer, so. There's a 2-piece gold and a silver one, where the gold looks like a side view of a watery surface. Ram's head, feather, shield, snowflake, fire. What the fuck is snowflake?
I could
I've
say
never.
something. I'm not going to.
Do it!
Because the way you said it.
Liberals.
There you go. And
It's how a liberal acts when you tell them that every man, woman, and child in the United States should have a firearm. Maybe not children, but like every
no,
adult in the United States should have a firearm.
Is that a spell?
no, it conjures a 10 by 10 box that's impenetrable, and it's declared your safe space.
But for real, is it a spell?
No, it's
Or,
looking at the label for the snowflake one. It's called Ring of Ice Resistance.
I already have cold resistance. I don't need to be doubly resisted. Feather, I'm assuming, is like feather fall.
Yep, that's what that one is labeled.
Fire resistant. Ram's head is like the ring of the ram, I'm assuming.
Yep, and you notice that one is the most expensive at $12.50.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I'd rather. And shield, I'm hoping it's not just like it's not like a shield pops out of the thing. It's like the shield spell.
No and no.
Ooh,
It'll act like a ring of protection.
ooh.
Like the ones that are like they're marked. Let's see, where's oh I saw it. There it is.
Magic items on me. I don't think I have a lot. I don't think I have. I only have the
Most of them
gun,
are
the
marked.
sunglasses.
So most of them are 500 gold pieces. Like most of the ones that are shields are marked as like somewhere in the 450 to 550 range.
I
And are
will
called basic
definitely.
protection.
I will definitely get the one that is
And there's
like.
one that's 1,111 gold pieces.
Oh my god.
It's called and is labeled advanced protection.
I'm good on advanced protection. I don't need that much protection. I love protection and all, but oof, it's rough. It's rough. I actually kind of need protect. I only have a 16 in AC, but you know that's actually pretty good considering I'm a level 9 and a rogue. Yeah, no, I'll take one of the ones that are like 460, 470.
You seem to find one that fits you well for 475.
475.
And you don't even have to identify it. It acts as a ring of protection.
Sweet. And that means I'm gonna get proficiency in something
No, it's
as well.
+1
Or
bonus
it's
to
not
AC.
+1. Yeah, it's +1 to AC and saving throws, I think. Because I've had a ring protection before on my barbarian. Shit was dope.
And
Made him.
I'm just gonna put one on your character sheet. Can I do that? Yes, I can.
Okay, Jade, if it's okay with you, considering we're making these purchases together, I'm going to get this watch. Is that okay?
All right.
Cool. All right.
And if I unequip it, do you lose the bonuses? Oh my god. You're able to just have it be beautiful. So you have one of them oh wait, that's weight. I need to go somewhere to mark down it's how much you bought it for.
I already marked my gold piece amount
Right.
down.
I'm marking like in the item description
Oh,
how much it cost you. 2,500. Oh,
it took all my money!
there we go.
Ah, buyer's tax. Taxes. Damn you.
There was no taxes. They cost 475. I said you were able
Yeah.
to find them for 475.
25. No, yeah, and then I had like
It's
50 or 50. Yeah, 50 extra gold pieces because I had to start out with that with the thing. Because I had.
oh god, how long? When
That's
did
why
I
I was
say?
at 240. That's why I put it at 240.
Oh yeah, sunrise. Let's see. If we have midnight be 0, so the middle of the night is 0. Sunrise is 9. So the watch says that it is
Yeah, 15. Just
it's
make my
10:19.
Huh. 10:19. Gonna turn on military time.
So it's a 72-hour day. You don't have AM and PM. Though you do notice that above, like it's one of the ones that automatic that writes over the new one because it's a magic watch. You're gonna have them. It doesn't take much extra to put that little bell and whistle in.
Oh.
It's like that bell and whistle on a watch that's already enchanted doesn't cost anything extra.
Yeah. So where I would typically have.
All right. So now is Jid ready to drag Maxwell along? Oh, why did I drag him out? I meant to open his sheet.
Yeah.
You're going to armor, right?
I'm
Armor in a
looking.
general goods store.
Yeah, armor, general goods, and weapons.
I don't need weapons, but the armor might be good. I'm pretty sure the clothes that I was going to buy probably had armor type properties, right? Like protect. They were magical, weren't they? I remember you
Yeah,
saying like,
the jacket, and the fanny pack were magical,
yeah.
and like they're all, and you can notice that all of the clothes were enchanted. It's just that they may have just been very basic enchantments.
Yeah, like, fucking mending. If you rip a hole in this, it's going to come back. It's going to be fine.
Yep. And then, what type of armor is Jid looking for? What style of armor?
I have on right now. He has chainmail. It's better than chainmail plate.
Yeah, plate.
How much does plate cost again?
Well, what is the base cost of plate armor? I'm looking at I'll look at the heavy armors now, just to.
Isn't half plate a thing as well?
Yeah, there's also half plate, but half plate is medium armor,
I am.
and medium armor is best when you have a. Oh wait, well,
Jid, are you going to get that Louis Vuitton armor set?
Louis Vuitton armor set. So any medium armor, you're gonna want to have. What's your AC? No, not AC. Dex.
X
Oh,
is 16.
16. So you have a high enough AC to benefit fully from medium armor. Because you need a dex of at least 14 to get the full bonus.
I sometimes forget how short Maxwell is.
Half
The
plate.
bonuses.
So half plate would be a base AC of 17, and full plate and then plate is 18. But half plate is only 750 gold, whereas full plate is 1500 for base cost. And of course, any enchantment applied would be based on that.
Yeah.
Scary.
Probably more of a half plate.
Well, you can see that there's a bunch of them that are just over the normal cost of half plate, and then obviously just shopping around. You see that there's a vendor selling adamantine, like adamantine and mithril.
Oh, wow. That is...
For double and just the normal adamantine or mithril is twice the base cost of whatever armor you're looking at.
Oh, my.
I'd tell if it gives me even more bonuses or.
So
I'm with him.
adamantine plate half plate is 1500, and is like not enchanted. It's magic, but it's not like adamantine is a magic material that makes you immune to critical damage. And then mithril. See, what was the deal with mithril?
Being immune to critical damage sounds really good.
It's gonna be 2,500 gold.
So mithril.
This is half plate, so it was
Yeah.
15?
So let's see. Mithril half plate. Oh, so mithril half plate. So mithril armor. Like if the armor normally imposes disadvantage on stealth checks or has a strength requirement, the mithril version doesn't. So you can sneak around normally in mithril half plate. But would you want the mithril or the adamantine?
Adamantium because of the critical.
All right.
Deducting cold, and that was 15.
Yeah, and that's just for the base one. You can see that there are some that go into like some go to the 2,000 range, and there's like most of them are between 15. Like most of that, like the base cost, there's like 3 or 4 sets of just normal adamantine half plate that are fit, and it's 1,500. And then you see a version of half plate, an adamantine half plate with spikes on it, like
Intimidate.
there's like additional. No, it's spiked armor.
Intimidating armor for an
That's
intimidating
like
horse.
yeah, but that's like those are like an extra 250 gold.
Do they give me any bonuses to intimidation checks?
Oh my god. He's
I am considering this. I am a scary horse.
This is the best shopping episode. I feel so bad for Aoife and Flo. They're just out here fighting for their lives.
Oh, never mind. That'd be
Meanwhile,
Like an
Jid,
additional plus
Jid and
5
Maxwell
to
are just like,
intimidation
what's
check.
this?
Get like an additional plus 5 to all intimidation checks. That'd just be scary right now.
using your stats.
Intimidation.
You get advantage on intimidation, or impose disadvantage for your the you have the attack you have that makes them say
Missing
you're
attack?
defense. Huh? Is it just called
No, this
menacing
is
attack?
yeah, it's called a menacing attack.
Yeah, so like
Among
any
noodles.
so the if you get the spiked one,
Like
any
does
creature like
cold.
when you force a creature to make a save or be frightened, it has disadvantage on the save, and you have advantage on intimidation checks when you're like using your stature, or basically any time where I would say it's a strength intimidation check. And of course, you could make an unarmed attack with the spikes.
I wouldn't make it on top, but it's still good to have. So yeah, I would definitely do that.
And that's 1750.
Calculator.
So,
Maxwell is just looking at Jid, eyeing that spiked armor.
You said 1750?
Yep.
You're not gonna use that on me anytime soon, are you?
I'm just gonna stare at you. And in ceiling.
Jid. Jid, answer me. Why aren't you answering?
I look at him menacingly. Turn my gaze. Hand the cash. Well, hand the gold. And then.
I'm scared. Maxwell is visibly frightened.
Just really pay the man. Thank you for his time. And I'll don the armor and could I sell my chainmail back to him? Would he be interested in it?
No, he see this when you ask him, he says this isn't a pawn shop.
Ooh.
Like he clarifies that it's not a pawn shop.
If I meant any disrespect, well,
No,
that
no.
was
He's not offended. He just assumes you're from out of town, and that's going to be a theme: is people assuming you're from out of town.
got that. It's,
So you won't have to. Basically, your characters not knowing customs and such won't be a big deal. It'll be a deal. It just won't be a big one. Also, you guys can properly see the Maxwell's magical clothes handout and the Spy Academy half pipe handout, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because I want everyone to be able to see each other's magic items.
other than that, like this is just an
And also,
armory, right?
it's also +1.
I got that.
Yep.
This is also an armory, right? Or
Yeah. He's also selling weapons.
I'll look around, see if he could find like a battle lance or like.
So, do you happen to have a +1 dagger? Or not? He doesn't ask. So, do you happen to have a really nice dagger? Just out of curiosity.
So, like all of the weapons on sale are on display. There are some very nice daggers, ranging from like 102, like ranging from 102 gold pieces to 2,000 gold pieces,
Oh no,
and
I'm not.
they all have, and each one of them has like a little tag attached to it. So like a string goes through a piece of paper and also wraps around part of the hilt.
Just out of
Or for
curiosity,
daggers that don't have like distinguished hilts, not hilts, guard.
handles, guard. Yeah.
Yeah, the guard. So that where they don't have one like that you could wrap a string around. It's just wrapped around the handle.
Just out of curiosity, I wanna see the what the uh what the 2,000 gold priced one says. Out of curiosity.
I have a fortune cookie for this. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god! So like, I'm looking at just the base side, like the base DMG, like all of like the item. I'm not currently thinking up any extra. Sorry,
You're good. I could.
I'm looking right now. Right.
I can also look just to.
Oh, you also see that there are some weapons that look like they need to be like There's arm blades. There's also arm blades.
Oh,
But your character wouldn't recognize them, the arm blades. Like there's weapons that have like extra stuff on them.
whoa! Wait,
That-
hold on, just a second. I just came across an item. It just while I was like looking through like the dagger shit. I was like, dagger of guitar solos.
Wait, what?
There's a
What?
dagger of guitar solos. I don't know how I feel about this.
So this fortune is not for Maxwell. Keep on charging the enemy so long as there is life. That is what the fortune cookie I had.
Keep on charging as long as there is life.
Keep on charging
So
the enemy as long as there's life.
Oh, yeah.
the 2,000 gold one is like the dagger portion of the blade appears to be a dragon's tooth that has been coated in adamantine, and it's just called the dragon, and it's called the and it's just called and the description is concise: adamantine dragon tooth dagger.
I made friends with dragons.
Show that one around Eva. That's not going to go over too well.
Yeah, I'm not getting it. I was just curious what it was.
I'm going to go look at the lances. If I could just see anything that would be better than what I currently have.
So there's one that definitely stands out specifically to you. Like the handle is longer than it should be, and there's like and is below it is a little sign where in common and like a very bold font says centaurs only. Like it's an like it's an item designed for a centaur and would not be fun to use if you weren't a centaur.
I am definitely eyeing this one and looking at it.
So the price tag on it is 1,800 gold.
Oof.
That is steep.
It'll make sense when you see
Oh no, I believe it because
what it does.
adamantine covered dragon tooth dagger. Woof. It's steep but fair.
I could afford it. It's just it's going to make owie in my budget.
Yeah. No, I want the clothes. That's why I'm not buying the 2,000 gold dagger. Had this
So
been the
what kind of price range are you looking at?
No, it's like I want to know what it is. It's just
I was asking Maxwell.
it's just like not.
So it is. So it's like the sort of tag on it just calls it a centaur weighted lance, like designed for use by a centaur.
I'm just trying to look for a specific type of dagger that I'm thinking of.
I'll ask the shopkeeper if I can like handle it and like actually hold it and
He points you to a series of training dummies with about 40 feet of clearance in front of them.
3 feet is
And the
not
training
enough.
dummies, like he's like, try it out. Try it out. Come on, try it out. I promise you'll like it.
I will go ahead and roll for damage, and I don't know what I'm rolling.
Just make an attack. Just
I think
roll.
my
Just make a strength.
Strength.
Yeah, just a strength check with proficiency because you are in fact proficient with lances. You're proficient in strength saves, right?
Should be. He's a fighter. Hmm.
So what would have? So you can feel like with the way the lance rests in your hand, what would have been a miss against? What would have been like with the way it hits the target? You can feel that what would have been a miss against half plates would have been a fatal blow against uh the best of armor, save for really good, the really high tier magic armors, like what Crabman has. But you reckon that this could strike even Crabman in the right hands.
I tell if it's enchanted or anything.
You can tell that it's enchanted, it's like the weight is the hand is a little longer, and the weight definitely feels better than your lances, which were designed for bipeds.
I'll go ahead and take it.
All right, give me a second to type up a description.
I'm gonna look at a +1 dagger, put it down, and think to myself, get the clothes first, and if I have enough money, get the dagger.
Right, normal, almost normal, nothing. I'm gonna be looking for book potions. Why not potions? I feel like we'd be fine without potions.
Yeah. Would we? We don't have our healer right now.
I got second wind, so.
I don't. I should probably get potions.
What is this?
But my
Trophy taken
clothes
from a
budget.
fallen enemy.
But my clothes budget.
Oh yeah, that's something from your background.
I don't know, but it's just scale.
Right,
I just realized it was scale.
as an artificer, would I be able to make my
I do
own?
have a potion.
Would I be able to make my own health potions as an artificer?
You know cure wounds, don't you?
Hmm.
Yeah, you'd
I
be.
didn't take your wounds.
Well, then what spell would you be replicating by making a potion?
Ah, you're right.
Like, yeah, you have the like you're picking up artifice from like what's the word? But you have on the job training.
Yes.
Oh. Oh, okay. So being adamantine doesn't have too much added to it, but fishes does, certain test does. I think that's what I'll do. Have to look at the.
I looked at cure wounds and I was like, nah, we have Aoife. I've never regretted something so much.
Didn't you buy a scroll of cure wounds and then enchant that?
I mean, I could technically make a scroll of cure wounds with the scroll supplies that I have that I stole from the library. Remember?
And steal them in the middle of a shop.
Hmm. What?
No, he took some stuff from the library.
I know, but in the middle of a shop.
Yeah, you're in the middle of a shopping spree. You can buy potions for
I
the
don't want to buy potions. I'm getting those
No, 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 no,
clothes.
no, 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 no. I'm saying he's like, oh yeah, the supplies I stole. I'm like, I'm looking at him. It's like, well, in a shop
I
right
was
now.
talking out of character.
Okay, I didn't realize you were talking out of character.
My bad. I'm sorry. I'm
You
talking out
do
of
a voice,
character right now.
voice for Maxwell in character, don't you?
Hmm?
You have like a you change your voice to Maxwell in character, right?
Yeah. This is
I
Maxwell, and this is me. So, inflection. Quite honestly, I could probably make a scroll of cure wounds, right? I don't need. Hey, I don't need healing potions necessarily.
got one healing potion, so I think I should.
Healing potions are
Don't
so
expect.
steep. Oh, alchemy jug. So confusing. Oh, I don't want the blue alchemy jug, even though I'm kind of curious what that is. Boiling hot tea. There's an option on that one. Orange. Soy sauce. Oh, okay. Okay. It's interesting. Basic poison. Ah. Okay. Get the clothes first. Then get.
Is Drew asleep or?
I think he's playing something. He might be asleep.
I could have sworn I just heard someone snore.
Hmm.
Drew, you asleep there, bud?
I mean,
Trying to.
let him.
Oh, he's trying to.
I
Well, let me rephrase. I've been asleep for about half an hour.
There we go.
You guys seriously still shopping?
Yeah, we found a bunch of
blame.
magic items. You go to sleep, bud. I just wasn't sure if you were or not.
So your next step is to go get healing items. Yes.
Be to the general store and my next thing would be go to the general store, get like look at how much healing potions all it's like Maxwell, do you think we need a wagon or anything or
Doubtful. We're not carrying that much stuff, and honestly, with the clothes I have on standby at the thing, I'm pretty sure that fanny pack is is akin to a bag of holding. Honestly, so probably not.
Well, are you gonna cross the? Are you gonna make your way towards the general store?
yeah,
I'm gonna
I am.
follow him there, but then I'm gonna say I'll be right back, and I'm gonna head back to the clothes store and buy the fucking clothes because I want the clothes more than anything.
Okay.
He's gonna rub his head and like just enter the general store.
I'll be right back, I swear. I know where it is. That's why I followed you here.
There we go. I had to. All right, finished the centaur weighted lance. Just need to end. Jid, you can. Interesting. You
Oh,
can. Yeah.
oh, that's just cool. So let me get this straight. So even if I scratch someone, like just take it to scratch someone, though, like and they're on the verge of death, they just cannot like consume a like your healing potion is nothing.
Yeah.
Wow, they take
Like
1 point of slashing
like
damage. That's like a horrible way to
like
horrible
if they
thing.
drink the healing potion, they wouldn't be able to swallow it. It would be just like stuck in their mouth.
That's awesome, but I love it, and I'm like,
But as Maxwell is making his way from the general store to the clothes shop, the crowd suddenly so there's some like an influx of people, and the crowd swells and kind of gets like pushing, shoving tight, and Maxwell ends up in an alleyway.
Oh, Lord.
Where let me see. Let me throw another token here.
Perfect. All
I
by
see what
myself.
this
And
is
you
going on.
see, can you all see?
I can.
I was asking, could like Jid see like if he was paying attention to Maxwell, he
I
see
don't.
that, or there was just
I
too many
think the
people?
crowd is
It's
acting as
too
a
many
wall
people.
right now.
So like the crowd
You know,
is acting as a wall. There's so many people, and they're all moving so fast that it's impossible to enter the crowd. This is like between two of the permanent kiosks. So like those are solid stone walls. You see an injured boy run off. Like there's three guards. An injured boy runs off into the crowd, leaving a trail of blood.
Oh dear.
And this guard is cleaning his pike.
What's my chaotic neutral? I don't have to do a damn thing.
Right, but it'd
I
be imperative if you could do a damn thing.
hmm?
Right, but it wouldn't be like against your alignment to do something about it.
It wouldn't be. Plus, he's been spending time with Aoife. She would have rubbed off on him. All right. Let's
Make
see.
a stealth check.
Stealth check shouldn't be too bad. I am. That is terrible. That's a 2 on the dice. That is actually garbage. Wow. That's crazy.
So this center guard who is wearing the two guards that are flanking him are wearing splint armor. The guy in the middle is wearing chainmail and has and instead of a pike, he's carrying two long swords.
Hello, officers.
You saw nothing, right?
I mean, I just got here, honestly. I'm new in town, by the way.
The two guards behind are like whispering to each other, and one of them has a bit of a panic. And the guy who was cleaning his pike has a bit of a panicked look on his face.
Sir, you have no need to panic if you've done nothing wrong. Correct?
My fellow godsmen have done nothing wrong.
Then they have no need to panic. I have no idea why he's sweating so much.
He's not a fan of knife ears.
Knife ears. That's the first time I've heard that. He takes a step back, noticing that guy is getting a bit too close, and I don't like the way he's looking at me with apprehension. Sir, I should warn you. There's a bunch of people just standing there looking at you at the moment.
Are they?
They are.
Are you entirely sure about that?
I am completely sure.
I mean, I don't see any faces I don't recognize.
Good sir, I have just gotten here. I'm not looking for a fight. I have no money on me. Deception. Gonna try for deception. That's not bad. And I am here with...
A traveler with no gold? I don't believe that.
Oh, wouldn't think you would. But I am traveling with a pretty big warrior that happens to be one of my closest friends. It's just across the way to the general store. Would you like to meet him?
Do you have a license for that firearm?
As I said, I just got here.
Well, surely if you entered the country in a legal manner, you would have at least a temporary license for your firearm.
My appearance here is a bit of a unpredicted one, to be sure. Now, sir, if you could please back up.
I don't take orders from civilians.
And I don't take orders from men who stab children. And let me ask you something before you...
In a flash, he swings one of his swords, and and strikes you across the face, and you take 13 psychic damage.
13 psychic damage. 6d2. Maxwell is going to act like that didn't hurt at all, because it probably didn't, as he has been kicked in the head by a horse before. And he's just gonna keep his arms crossed. Sir, I have seen things far beyond you. You scare me not. I'm a 4'11" elf. I face a lot of things bigger than me, and I have taken down things far worse than you.
You have an unlicensed firearm in my city.
Your city?
Well, yes, I'm one of the captains of the guard.
Oh. Sir, before you do this...
You expect the great Captain Messoff Joffers to bow to some foreign, knife-eared civilian?
Knife-eared. You know, the place that I came up in, the guards were actually quite nice.
Are you suggesting that I'm not nice?
Oh,
I could have killed
completely.
you like you should.
You could have, but instead you slashed my face and have proceeded to call me derogatory terms. Perhaps you aren't such a nice man.
Perhaps not.
A
but that's
nice
not...
man would let me go. A nice man would not Sit and watch a child run away bleeding. Now, you could say the same about me, but I don't claim to be a nice man. You, however, just did.
Roll initiative, jackass. This is your fighting.
My bad. I didn't click, but that is a 24 on initiative.
Yeah, I'll throw that on your. I'll throw that in.
Would it be able to sense it, or like something's got a mist, or
So the crowd is like at a roar. Like Maxwell and Joffers would barely be able to hear each other at normal volume.
If I shot something, would that break up the crowd?
Well, it's your turn, and you have the gunner feat, right?
I do have the gunner feat.
Good, good.
No sneak attack. And I probably couldn't just run into the crowd right now, could I?
No,
Seeing as it is acting as a wall.
It is acting as a wall. You can see that the far crowd is a lot thinner than that crowd. So like this crowd is a wall, but you reckon you could that you could slip into that one.
Okay. You may use this rifle against them as if it were a finesse great club.
All right, that's just when it's that's for opportunity attacks.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, cause rogue shit, and I'm going to use my action to dash. Which, if I'm doing this correctly, let's move that there. Five. That's 10. 30. 35. And I have a 40-foot movement speed, so I'm going to get 80 feet of movement just based off of this. And
right.
Yeah.
So it seems that as you move around Joffers, he swings at you anyways. Ah, stop dragging. Huh?
what the?
Am I
Okay.
lagging that bad?
No. No. And you take 14. There we go. Proper size token. Take 14 psychic damage, and you stumble and stop right there. Your speed is reduced to 0.
That would mean my turn is fucking gone. It took how much damage? 13?
14.
14. There goes my turn. Right, that would be my turn, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. This guy sort of hesitantly stabs at you with his pike, misses, and with a little more resolve, smacks you with the back end of it for 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm like grabbing something. All right. Then Joffers sort of grabs you by the shoulder and whips you around. Make a wisdom save. Like it look, it gives you a just like a weirdly seductive look. Make a wisdom save.
Is it a charm thing? Because if so, I get advantage on that. Because I'm an elf.
Yes.
15. Damn.
Woo! That was the DC. You made the DC exactly.
Fuck yeah!
You are like disappointed, like, oh, that probably doesn't make it. And like, oh, and I'm like wiping my brow, like,
Try again, sir.
and the other one more confidently stabs at the other guard, the one that's a little farther away, more confidently stabs at you with his pike, and you take 7 piercing damage.
7. Okay. Well, I know what I have to do now. I hope not all of them have Sentinel. Because from what we've discussed, mobile beats Sentinel, right?
If right. So if you strike at somebody,
Yeah.
striking at somebody is not disengaging from them.
Yeah. And mobile just says you just fucking leave if you hit somebody, so. Or if you make a strike at them. I don't think I need to hit. Do I? Do I need to hit?
I believe so.
Look at it.
When you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks. It doesn't say I need
It
to
says
hit.
make, not land.
Yeah. So. All right. I'm glad I have a dagger. Not a +1 dagger, but like a regular dagger. I have fucking melee weapons. Okay, it's my turn again?
Yep.
Okay, gonna make an attack with the dagger. Shouldn't have been an advantage, but I think either of those would hit. Right?
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
Yeah, I'm making it at Captain Joffers, and I'm cutting him in the same place that he would have cut me with his sword.
So you strike him in the face.
Yeah. Not, not like with intention to kill, but like just to make a little mark.
Yeah, just slash him as he slashed you.
Yeah. And I'm going to dash this time. And those two can make their opportunity attacks against me if they want to, but moving 80 feet into the crowd.
So one of them does try the sort of shakier one, the one that was closer to you when you started running.
Mm-hmm.
Swings and misses, and the other one tries to tackle you.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, it's acrobatics or athletics, whichever is better.
I don't get advantage of this on this. 18.
Oh, yeah, you make it.
Yeah.
You make it. So he just sort of he flies forward and falls flat on his head, and falls flat. You make it out of there, and you can, and like as it would go through their turns, but they chase after you. They're definitely chasing after you. Well, the ones that didn't fall flat on their fucking faces.
I'm 80 feet into the. Well, I'm from 80 feet there, which I was around.
Just make a stealth. Well, now you're not going to be able to move that fast through the crowd. Make a stealth.
Can I get advantage?
Yeah, so you are high. Considering that you're short, yes.
25. Thank the Lord.
All right. And guard. All right. You managed to slip away,
Still going to clothes shop.
and when you touch the wounds that Joffre's left on you, you feel heartbroken. Like as soon as your hand touches the wound, it's like your heart throbs, like someone just dumped you.
Wouldn't be the first time. He just wipes the blood.
All right.
Because he is a badass ladies man motherfucker. He is a MILF hunter. I'm kidding.
MILF Hunter.
MILF hunter cocky.
Oh god, we haven't introduced any female characters since the Isekai began.
I'm going to the clothes shop. I would like to know what that jacket does.
All right. Well, it doesn't have a descriptive tag, so like it.
No, I'm buying it. Is what
You're
I'm saying.
buying
I'm buying it. I'm saying I would like to know what
And
it does. And I'm buying everything that I picked out over there. So it'd be like
So it was the shirt,
1,005 gold.
the fanny pack, and the cargo pants.
Yep.
Cargo pants of holding. All they are all bags of holdings. All the pockets of bags of holdings.
You need something here. Or you need something here. Baby powder.
All right, I have added them onto Maxwell's magical clothes.
Cool. Thank you.
So
That
pull,
should be.
like just
Black
pull a
shirt,
whole lamp
clothes,
out of your
printing.
like pocket.
Oh, that's a big armor upgrade. You just had regular leather armor until now.
Yep. Plus one studded leather. Nice. And clothes of mending. Bag of holding, clothes of mending. Yeah. You can't poke holes in me now. You can poke, but my clothes. I'm gonna look good even in death. Is the point?
But it has the weight. It's a heavy jacket, but it also protects you like a +1.
Okay. Then I'm gonna make my way back to the general store stealthily. I'm also gonna take my leather armor off because that is weighing me down. Apparently, don't.
Oh no! There was conflicting armor classes.
Yeah.
The stellar armor.
Oh yeah. 19 is way better.
Dang, you have a higher AC than I do.
Now, do you wear it on the front or the side?
What? Oh, the fanny pack.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is, I'm not gonna clip it around my waist like The Rock. I could never pull that off ever. Nobody else can pull
So
that
not
off
on the
other than
front,
him.
but so on the side.
It's gonna be
Where-
like
where
around
that
his
can-
body, and like it's gonna wear it like on like a backpack, like a one strap backpack. But
Satchel.
yeah, like a satchel. But like the pouch is gonna be on his front. It's gonna be on his chest.
Oh, you're wearing it like a necklace.
Not like. Well, see if I could-
Oh, like a set.
Like a backpack, like a one-strap backpack.
yeah, like
and-
a one strap backpack,
Oh.
but the pack is on the front.
Okay. Now I can envision it. I imagine you'd be wearing it like under Letterman, right?
Yeah.
Good.
And like I said, I'm stealthily making my way back to the shop, to the general store. Oh wow, I'm rolling shit on stealth.
The you know how when you download a file on your computer, it does Oh, all of my school photos are on this computer. I could use myself as an NPC. I wouldn't. There it is. I found the folder where I'm saving all of my NPC tokens. Oh, so with that stealth?
That was a 19. I made it with advantage because I'm short.
To stay hidden from the guards as you are going
Make
place
my
to
way.
place.
As I'm going back to the general store to meet back up with Jid.
All right.
So I now have 1,020. I have enough to buy health potions. Or
Yep,
a
and you
+1
just buy.
dagger. No, I'm buying health potions. That's more important. I only use the regular dagger to
To
gain
provoke mo.
to get away from a sentinel having piece of shit.
Well, I didn't want. I knew that was going to happen. And I didn't want the encounter to end immediately.
Well, if I had made the melee attack, it would have been like I was like, nah, it'll be fine.
Like obviously, you would have made it away if you had done that immediately, but you didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. Mobile. Thank God I got that shit. Oh man, I specifically got that because I was like, oh, if I'm too close to somebody, I don't want to be there. Increase my movement speed. Thank you, please, and thank you.
It is on par with a monk right now with his movement speed. 55.
Too fast.
Whew. I'm assuming I make it back to Jid. I hope.
Oh yeah.
Like Maxwell sneaks up behind you, taps you on the shoulder.
On the shoulder?
On the side. He doesn't want to be behind you and startle you. He knows horses. Boom, boom,
That's like,
boom.
oh, that's like, oh, hold on. Where are you? Where are you right now?
And he
At
taps
my
you on the
side. Okay.
taps you on the side. Jid, I have a feeling the police force is a bit corrupt here. And we should
I'm gonna
probably
look
make
at
our
him.
way out of here very quickly and very soon.
I'm gonna look at Maxwell and be like, "Why'd you leave?"
That's not important. What's very important? No, Jid, this is very serious. He's speaking to you with a tone that is,
You're speaking probably
know.
in Celestial.
Do you know Celestial?
Yes, I'm speaking Celestial right now.
Okay, he is going to be speaking to you in Celestial, so nobody else can understand.
Oh,
Oh. But in a very serious tone, we need to get out of very, very,
oh.
but in an extremely serious tone. It's just we need to get out of here. We need to do it now. The police force is probably very corrupt and a bit racist. They kept calling me knife ears. It was terrible. They stabbed a
Oh,
child. They
trying to remember that loud. Oh well.
Hmm?
I was just building a character to use in
Um,
PC.
I caught the police force stabbing and probably robbing a child. And then when they saw me, they tried to kill me or capture me, and they asked for a license for my firearms. I didn't even know I needed a license. The other cops didn't ask for licenses. The point is,
Alright,
we should probably leave.
gather a couple more supplies. Alright, and once we're done here,
Greater healing potions are 100 gold, right? I believe.
Um.
I can look it up.
Anything above a normal healing potion doesn't have a set price
Oh,
because magic items are supposed to be quote unquote priceless, and you have to haggle to get them. But I just like to set prices because that's a lot easier that way.
well, I want a greater healing potion. So, how much would that be?
The greater healing, is that the second or third?
The second.
Let's see. Oh, it doesn't. I gotta like. I'm gonna check like the difference in potency.
I
I
got a
think
real quick question. Just to clarify something. That book I picked up last session, was that backwards on Undercommon or backwards Celestial? Because I have it marked as backwards Celestial.
it was backward celestial. The
Yeah.
undercommon was the papers that you picked up.
Yeah,
Okay.
the notes that were being taken, like they seemed like. What was the word? Sorry, I'm
The haste.
looking for the potions.
My favorite one's lost is lost forever. The common folk loves me for my kindness and generosity. That doesn't even make sense. Unless the common folk once loved him or her.
Oh no, that wasn't for Joffers. Joffers is just an NPC. Here we go. Healing. No.
Not expect Maxwell to flirt. He's just used to being heartbroken. If you read his backstory, you would know why.
Wait, you wrote a backstory for him?
I wrote a backstory for him.
Here we go. Greater healing is 4d4 versus 2d4. Okay. So it's like twice as much.
Yeah. And a regular healing potion is 50 gold.
DP.
Yeah. So I assumed it was like 100 gold pieces.
They are 125 gold pieces, or 10 for 1,000.
Hmm?
They're 125 gold pieces, or 10 for 1,000.
10
So there's
for
a bunch
1,000.
of discounts.
Or 124 gold pieces. I'm not going to be able to buy anything else, as I'm only going to be left with 20 gold pieces if I get the 10. But 10 greater healing potions does not sound like a bad deal. Right? Unless Jid wants to go halves on with me.
Oh, he couldn't because he only has 439.
Oh, right. I'm going to put in 200, and I put in 800.
Let me do some more shopping and then let me go back to that.
Yep.
The other thing Jid would be.
Right?
Go ahead.
What was that?
Oh, you want a wagon?
Yeah, and we decided not to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only two of us at the moment, and we're not carrying that much stuff, and I just got a bag of holding.
So you're able
Also,
to Jid. The other thing you're looking for in the general goods, there's like a section of language to common dictionaries in every language except deep speech. And for a common language, so if you look at in player's handbook on and player's handbook on, let me find the page 123, there's standard languages and exotic languages. It's one. Let me double check something real quick.
no common is an exotic language.
Yeah, it would count as a. So the books to translate standard languages are 25 gold each, and the ones to translate exotic languages are 35 gold each, except for Abyssal and Infernal, which have notes that say "See Cashier."
I'm not interested in those two for right now. So it'd be book for Uncommon.
All right, that one is 35 because it's an exotic language.
Eh, gold is not found.
Ah, nice.
It's
Fire Maxwell
exactly
picks up
4-4. Yeah, I'll get that. Anything else that would catch Jed's eye?
Nothing I can think of that would specifically catch it, but like, what is he looking for?
Just if something else would catch his attention. Something else he would think he's need. I can't think of anything off the top of my head else that he would need, but the only other thing I would do is toss Maxwell the 200 so he can go in for those those 10 for those 1,000 healing potions.
Yeah, those 10 healing potions.
So you notice that spyglasses are incredibly cheap. So in the player's handbook, and in the setting and in the shops you're used to, a spyglass is a spyglass is in the range of 1,000 gold pieces. But spyglasses labeled telescopes are in the 100 to 200 gold piece range, and like the ones that are 100 gold pieces are marked 100 meters. Well, they're marked 300 feet, and the ones that are 200 are marked 1,000 feet.
Maxwell has made a shot with a bow and arrow from 300 feet away and killed 2 orcs for flavor because you allowed it. This is a canon feat now.
Oh, that must have been at the beginning of the campaign.
Yeah, that was at the beginning of the campaign when we had to make 2 different characters.
Oh, so that was like the first time that Vegeta couldn't, that Molotero and Kenzie couldn't show.
Yeah.
I remember that.
With a
It wasn't
bow
the
and
first time. It
arrow.
was like the second or third time when we decided to make the characters.
With the same short bow he technically has on him right now.
The only other thing he's gonna do is talk to the shopkeep and ask where he could sell some old items.
There's a pawn shop just outside of the market square. Like he explicitly wasn't allowed to set up in the market. But there's a pawn shop outside of the market square.
Okay, I would thank him.
And I bought the 10 greater healing
And
potions.
he of course gives you directions to it because it's a big town. Okay.
About
I don't have that nifty little macro for.
No, you're good. I can roll 4d4 whenever I'm
make it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
make
put that in there.
Well, I will do that later.
Healing potions. Those are now in the fanny pack. You need healing. You need healing.
I would say in Celestial, you may want to put your gun in that fanny pack as well for right now.
He would put the car in, but he would not put the pepper box in just for sake of like I don't want to have to dig for it, and
This
I
is
can hide it
true.
easier.
This is true, but you got what he meant.
Yeah, he puts the car in there.
And
He goes in his fanny pack. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you could put like all but your head in a bag of holding and be able to fit in it just fine. Because nothing about a bag of holding says that you have to put the whole item in there.
I'm also going to have the alchemy jug make some. Give me a second. Make 1 quart of oil. Just in case we need to make
I
a
have
quick
dealt with
getaway.
enough oil this week. I don't want to hear that word again.
It's the only thing that I know on here that is slippery,
I know
other
that.
than mayonnaise, and I am not getting killed because I made 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Oh,
Oh, I had oil explode all over me this week, so
That's rough.
rest
Still
in
making the.
peace.
I'm still making the oil. Let's just say it's cooking oil, and then that's it. It's not automated. It's not automotive.
no, it's just
Whatever.
by default. That's what when I hear someone talk about oil, well, like my brain automatically defaults to.
It is oil for slippery purpose. For slippery getting away purposes.
It's baby oil.
It is.
That stuff is slippery.
I'm going to have to specify what kind of oil I'm making every time I use the oil feature for the alchemy jug now. It's
All right, you're
automotive oil, so I can
so you're
fucking.
all set to head out.
I'd go to the pawn shop and I
Yeah,
would
I'm
just
gonna.
pawn like the chainmail and
Wait, are you pawning
the
it or are you selling it?
selling it, and then the other lance that I'm no longer going to be using, the
I'm gonna.
non-magical one.
I'm going.
So you'll be able. All right,
I'm gonna sell the leather armor.
all right. I need you guys to make charisma checks because a pawn shop is haggling. Charisma checks for
What type of
Persuasion.
charisma?
Persuasion.
persuasion.
Okay, I can do
You can do
that.
persuasion. You could do, and you could even do intimidation or deception.
I'm gonna
Like
do
you,
actually, they're all the same thing. Did you say
Uh,
perception
I'm just going to be
intimidation
looking.
or deception.
or
Yeah,
I'm just going to
deception?
be.
intimidation. All right. So the intimidation. So you're able. So
Oh, let's fucking go!
okay. I would. Let me make the table. So
Can I sell Jid's shit too? I'm feeling confident.
give me a minute. I gotta like write this down so I can reference. Like I gotta like write this down and type it up. Actually, yeah, no, I'm gonna write it down. So
I'm feeling
where'd my
confident.
fucking pencil go? There it is. It was on the floor.
Man, those sunglasses really do be helping sometimes.
It's not so much like I'm trying to like like buy my stuff or like I'm gonna punch you or something. It's just like I was trying to go for more of a like my aura, like
Like
much.
Jotaro? Like
Yeah,
Jotaro?
pretty much.
You're gonna go for.
Joke.
You're gonna be menacing and like the implication of implied violence.
No, it's just I'm going to be menacing because that's kind of my default mood at this point.
Well, like you could also just have Maxwell. You could just also have Maxwell sell your stuff.
Yeah, I'm selling his shit. I'm going to sell his shit. I got a fucking natural 12. I'm selling his shit. But he's gonna start off like, I'll speak for my friend here.
Yeah, pretty much.
You see, these items are very limited edition. His armor has the spit of a very, very, very rare, like, type shit. Ooh, nice.
So it's an additional 10 cent. So it's an additional 10% for every 2 points. Oh wait, duh! I can make this a formula instead
True
of a table.
math.
You can do true math.
True
It's
math.
it's a lot quicker because it's not like complex algebra. It's so price of sell equals 50% plus 5% times check times 10. So 10 minus the check. So if you roll a 10, it's 50%. Of base cost plus 5%
Also,
times
if I get enough money for this,
check
I'm going to sell the dagger as well. I'm selling the dagger too. Fuck it.
pawn, and this is pawn shop sell price.
Yep.
So like whenever you're at a pawn shop and I ask you to make a check, so 5% times 17. You're able to sell it for more than it's worth. Ooh, DC minus 10. That way I can actually wait. Check over DC. So like check minus 10 minus DC. I'll have it be DC 10 for the first one, just because that's what I said initially. So check minus 10 minus the DC. Yeah. Wait. Yes. Because like his base offer would be to offer half the value, and you're trying to get over that. And so, I know what I'm doing. Why I'm not using a calculator for 17 times 5, because I don't remember it. 85. So you're able to go 35% over the base cost of all the items. Can you list off all the items you're selling?
I am selling the dagger, the leather
Type it out,
armor, Jid's chain stuff that he was selling.
Type it out, please, so I can
Oh,
look up the
why not?
values and do math.
Okay, I need to send that.
That way I know how much. So chain is it's chain mail.
Oh, the short bow has done me well, but I haven't used it in a very
Yeah,
long
that's
time.
chainmail.
Okay. Right, and then I know that a dagger is 2 GP.
Selling the short bow as well. Goodbye, my friend. You served me well. I should sell the arrows too. Oh, yeah, should.
So he won't buy arrows. Like the pawn shop. Pawn shop's allowed to buy weapons, but not ammunition.
Okay. That makes me sad. Can I sell the weapon with the ammunition?
So you'd have to take they would make you take the ammo out before they
Okay.
could buy the weapon.
Okay.
So leather, and then don't right click and do the right click menu right over where I'm trying to read.
That actually hurt a
Mouse.
lot to sell the short bow. Actually
And
did
don't
hurt.
sell it. And don't sell it.
No, it's not. I'm not using it. It's just taking up space. Get rid of the dagger.
Okay.
Oh, I have 2 daggers. It doesn't matter. I'm sure I gave one to Aoife, actually. So
And
canonically.
normal, that's 10 GP. A short bow. Oh my god, it's 25 GP. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Hand axe, the last one. 5. Write your 5 legibly, damn it. Okay. So the first number is going to be how much gold Jid got. And that's in gold pieces. And we can assume that the that all of the shopping, including the haggling at the whatever, took an hour and a half. And yes, because this is my fault for letting you guys have a watch.
Yes, my protective watch.
So long as I can't stay on top of it, it'll be fine. Then
I mean, you have to stay on top of moon shifts too. So
I said it was 2 days from. I said it was waxing gibbous 2 days from the full moon.
yep. Just saying, doesn't seem that bad.
No,
Like you could have to keep track of like how the ocean is moving as well, and like if it's hurricane season.
no. I'll just decide. No, if I'm keeping track of hurricane season, I'll just decide when a hurricane happens. It's like, do I want a hurricane to happen? Yes. Boop.
Okay, and that would be.
I've been through my fair share of hurricanes, so if you need some pointers, just come ask me.
Complete and absolute destruction happens, right?
Actually, no. Depending on what category.
Right. The ones
I've
the ones that
been
make
up,
it to national news tend to be the.
I've been all the way up to a Cat 3.
Oh,
I rode out a Cat 3 hurricane.
I think the worst natural disaster I've encountered is like low category, like low magnitude earthquakes is the most I've gotten.
Same.
I've
And
never gotten an earthquake.
They're not that
they're
bad.
yeah no
You
they're
could sleep through them.
yeah the really low the really low ones easily sleep through.
Like I've felt an earthquake happening. I've been like, I'm not getting out of bed right now.
Hey, we all over here on a fault line, but it happens so rare. It's not even funny.
So you probably feel a ton of small ones and don't even notice them.
Probably.
Like the like less than magnitude 1 you wouldn't feel. I think there's a magnitude threshold where you just don't where it happens, it's recognized like where it happens and is measurable, but you just don't feel it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so your next step is to leave town, yes?
Pretty much at
Mm.
this point.
I'm gonna ask Jade if he could come with me just to make sure I have protection back to the weapon shop so I can buy that +1 dagger.
Alright.
And then that's it. Like I just want the +1 dagger. That's it.
So the ones that are genuinely magical start at 300 gold. But there was one for 102 gold, and the tax was masterwork.
I'll take it.
All right.
I will
Now
take that.
Now I get to use. Ha! This is me importing 3.5e mechanics.
Six, 8.
So I can put that just as not a character. Damn it. Hand. I'm going to add a whole new folder. Call it mechanics.
And like I said, Plum and Aoife are gonna be like, "Where the fuck were you two?" And Maxwell and Jin are gonna appear tricked out. What's up? Maxwell now, Jid now has rims.
It has what?
Jid has rims.
Rims.
Yeah. Got the spiky,
Tunnels.
got the spiky fucking armor now. Gonna look at you like you didn't have that before. Yes, I did.
Found it.
It just appeared on me. Oh my god, it could be cursed. No, it's not. Let me just spell magic. No.
So it's +1 without being magical.
Yep. That's originally what the carbine with the car was.
Oh, I did
What you
explain it
said.
as masterwork. Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that.
Originally what the car was, and then you're like, yeah, no, you're good.
Now it's magic.
And then you changed it. I was like, this is dope.
I'm gonna have to look at look at the 3.5e handbooks to remember what masterwork armor does. So, but I think everyone who Aoife doesn't have any magic armor.
She's going to when I get to her.
And then
That is why I took one of
Sloan doesn't
the
have magic.
infusions.
Huh.
that.
This is an entire party that wears armor. That doesn't happen often. So do you plan on stopping in any of the towns on the way for longer than a day? Because you can see two towns are marked before New Amsterdam. Well, one of them is out of your way, but there's Nimsdale stuff. All
As
right,
in, does it have the
but you're
Nimsdale
not in New York.
Nimidome?
Do you have any other plans on what to do in New York?
No, I think that's it
Or
for
are you
us.
leaving it? All right.
I think that's it
Yeah,
for us, right?
we're leaving. For me, if there was nothing interesting going on in the town, well, there's nothing truly interesting going on in the towns that we
Oh,
would just keep moving by.
Crabman has the reality shard. Sliver. I just remembered that.
Yeah.
I forgot. Like, when I was importing his character over, I forgot to put it on his sheet. Let me see if I can find a good...
So does Nimsdale have the Nimsdale Nimidome, or is there Mayor Nug Nimidome, owner of the Nimsdale Nimidome? Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Nimsdale Nimidome. Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimmadan. Oh, somebody left.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you again.
Okay. Where did it cut off?
Never started.
Yeah, you never started, honestly.
What was the
Like,
last thing you heard me say?
well, the last time I heard you was right after Hatter said if there was nothing interesting going on in any of the towns,
Crabman
that they
Reality
would.
Storm.
Oh yeah, Crabman has the reality sliver. That's what you said last.
Okay. I then went on a tangent about looking for an item to represent you guys.
Ah,
Like an image to represent you guys on the
just
map.
have it be a horse. It's just a horse. I'm traveling with a horse, half horse. The horse would be fine. I could probably stand on him and he wouldn't notice.
I would.
I could probably stand on him and it wouldn't be too much for him, is
Here
what I
we
should
go.
have said.
Oh, I put it on the wrong layer. Good job, me.
Little Vietnamese boy keeps following me. I don't know what he wants. Maybe he's after my nipples.
All right. So you don't know if this map is to scale or not, but I will say, so like a day, like the book defines a day's travel in terms of hours. So
And we
like
have a watch.
you have a watch,
We
so
have a
you know how much
watch.
time passes, and you'll know. So I'll say that by the time you leave town, it'll be 12 exactly. Like as you walk out of city bounds, it'll be 12 exactly. Chapter 9 is adventuring? No, chapter 9 is combat. Chapter 8 is adventuring. Yes. Oh, what does it define? Does it define a day? Hold on.
Also,
Let's check it.
a day.
So, travel based table assumes that characters travel for 8 hours in a day, assuming the 24-hour day.
Yeah. This is a
But
72-hour day.
you do still travel 8 hours before needing a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, you'll be able to take 3 long rests in a day.
Yeah.
All right, nice and established.
Let's get moving.
So each square is 3 days travel. Is one of the in-world days travel. So it's a 72-hour travel.
How many days are in a week in this place? That's too much of a question. Don't answer it.
You didn't bother to ask.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't bother to ask somebody in character, and you have left.
Same.
And as you get, like, to the outskirts of town, you see, like, other than that suburb other than the suburb you landed in, which was more towards the north side,
Mm-hmm.
more towards this northeast side, you see the number of humans you see decreases. Like elves, like, you see basically all of the other player races, but humans increase as you go out from the middle of town.
So, other races on the outskirts of town, human races on the
No,
in
I'm
the
talking
middle,
specifically humans.
specifically humans.
Yep, and at the very outskirts of town, the only humans you will see are the guards.
Maxim's gonna keep a low profile, like lower than low, like roguish low.
So, Maxwell,
Yes.
Yes.
let me give control of this token.
Ad, are you still there, bud?
Mhm.
Okay.
So each square you move,
Mm-hmm.
so you can both move it now.
I'm
Each
gonna.
square you move is 3 days of travel and will be 3 long rests,
I
which
will.
will be 3 perception checks from each of you. Well, I guess just from Maxwell because you are still able to stand watch while in a trance.
Yep.
I believe. Let me reread it.
And I have alert. So
And you have alert. Trance. Remaining semi-conscious. So I would say that Jid does. So I would say that you wouldn't be conscious enough to stand watch, but you would be able to for the first half trance and the second half stand watch.
Yeah.
So the your rests would only need to be 8 hours.
well, my rest would only need to be 4 hours, but I
Right.
don't know. But Jid's
So
rest.
the rest is 8 hours, but you only rest for 4 of it.
Yeah.
So I will need. So this is the map you have.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you both can move the token.
I'm gonna let Hatter handle moving the token, so we know, so we don't get confused over who's moving what.
And every time you move it, I need 3 perception checks from each of you.
You good? You good?
I'm good. I could just move it one space at a time, right?
Yep.
We'll make some perception checks.
That's some nice perception.
Ooh. I guess I'll just count that one for the next square.
No, you both need to make the perception checks.
Cool.
So it's 3 from each of you. 3 each from both of you. There we go. All right. Those 3 days of travel go without a hitch. You encounter like maybe one traveler along the way. Are you going to travel? And this is assuming you like travel through the night because you rest when it's dark, but you can both. Can Jit see in the dark?
Yeah, Jit, you let him see in the dark. We've discussed
Oh,
this.
right, because BS. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember. Because it's BS that he's the only one without dark vision.
Yep.
So
Um.
I'd say we should. I mean, we're basically getting long rests in the middle of a day. So
Yeah, no, it's a 72-hour day, but like it's a 72 hours from sunrise to sunrise. So
yeah,
to travel for the full 3 days worth is to travel through the night.
I'd say we should. Agree on.
3.
Mm-hmm.
2, 1. Was that nature? That was nature. God damn it. Perception. Thank you. 24. 17. 13. Oof. That last one hit.
You guys don't notice anything out of the ordinary. Like nothing of note happens.
I'm also gonna take my car out of my thing since we're not in the city anymore. Gonna take my car out of my fanny pack and sleep strapped up. Ooh, why did it get dark?
Why would it have gotten dark?
I don't know. The map just went black for me.
Yeah, the map's black.
I went to a different page to do things. How about now?
It's fine.
Is
Weird.
it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it is.
When I go to a page, so it turns on dynamic lighting by default when I go to a page. When I make a new page, so when I go to a page that has dynamic lighting, it just applies dynamic lighting to you guys, which is not what I wanted to happen.
That is a 12, 16, and 26 for me, and a 14, 9, and a 4 for Jid. Also, I should probably re-up my hit points. We've taken like 9 long rests.
Okay. Nothing happened. Nothing. You encounter like as it gets to be about as the sun is poking above the horizon for sunrise, you come upon a rest. What? Oh wait, you would have encountered multiple by now because you travel at normal pace. Assuming I can get the book open. 24 miles, and I said they were like every 20 miles. So you're able to so most of the rest stops along the way were just like single shops. But this one is like a half dozen shops and a few houses. Like it's like a small town. Of maybe of like so the other rest stops had like one family living there. This is probably probably a village of about 100 people.
How many races have you come across?
So let's see. Let me go and count how many.
By the way, I said racist, not racist.
Oh, racists?
Yeah,
No, nobody's giving
I
you
need
funny looks.
I need to
The
know
la-
if I need to cover my ears yet.
the last time somebody looked at you funny was as you were walking out of town.
Okay.
Hmm.
But at this point, Maxwell is starting to think maybe I should cover my ears every time I go into a town. Perhaps that would be best.
See.
What was that gasp?
Oh, something works.
Oh,
Something works the way I think it did.
no, we just passed through a town, right? That's it. So we
Yeah.
can move on to
Okay.
the next square. Perception. 23, starting off strong. 12, getting worse. 16. Man, I'm rolling kind of the same rolls every single time. Like one in the 20s, 116. Weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
You're good.
I'm like preparing for when you get to that bridge.
Assuming because our total keeps basically adding up to the same thing that nothing happens. Because I keep rolling the fuck. Say I've rolled a 16 in every single one of my perception rolls thus far.
Okay.
The first one was 27, 15, 16. The second one was 13, 12, 16. The fourth one was 26. No, wait. I think I did something wrong. 27, 15, 16. 24, 17, 13. Okay, so not everyone, but very close to it. Like one difference.
So when you pack up camp after the end of your third short rest, after the end of the third rest, so like again as it's coming to be daytime,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that. How do I want to phrase this? You notice something amiss at the edge of your camp.
So pulls out the car.
Like so, there's something there's something like embedded in the ground in your camp. Like you can see something kind of poking out of the ground.
Maxwell pulls out the car and goes to investigate stealthily.
I'm gonna make a note that the soil of the ground that you're moving through
Mm-hmm.
is like really sandy. Like
Very.
so, what do you? So it looks kind of like a rock, like a weird rock pointing out of the ground that wasn't there. Like it wasn't there when you set up camp.
Jade, was this rock here before? Jade? Jade?
Alright, well, all good?
No, We found a rock. We found a mysterious rock that's pointing out of the ground, and the ground is very sandy. And I went to investigate it, and I'm asking you, was this rock here before when we set up camp? The answer is no, it wasn't. I don't think it was. Hello?
Hello?
I'm
Pat, are you good?
here.
Are you? Okay.
Yes, I asked this. Are we good to move on?
No, I was talking that entire time. Was I just not? Could you guys just not hear me?
I
No.
was able to hear you.
Okay. I was. We found a rock that wasn't there in the camp when we set up the camp, but it's there now.
It's embedded
Okay.
in the ground, and it's
Yeah.
kind of poking out a little bit.
And I would continue moving.
Oh. Okay.
Let me just take a look at you guys' Oh shit, Max. Oh, oh. I didn't see what Maxwell's fucking nature modifier is. It's fulgurite.
Fulgurite. What's that? Would that be?
It's so it's what form it's what forms when lightning strikes sand. So it's
Oh.
definitely it's a fresh piece of fulgurite, but there was no thunderstorm the night before.
Did a lightning bolt? Did somebody cast lightning bolt and try to kill me while I was asleep? It's
You don't know.
terrible. That is terrible. They're terrible people.
And as you continue, and if you were to continue looking, but you
I would
didn't.
have. I would have.
You
I
would
would
have.
have.
Okay. You notice like scorch marks on the ground, and it looks like missed shots. So like where missed shots landed from cast spells. So like somebody cast some sort of lightning and it missed and hit the ground. Somebody cast like firebolt and it missed and hit the ground. And as you go further in and in, eventually you find a big blood splatter and a slain goblin,
Oh my.
like the corpse of a goblin.
Oh my. That
He was
doesn't
wearing
seem good.
he was wearing a wizard's hat and normal robes, but now he's slashed up to pieces.
That doesn't seem good. Alright, Jid, let's keep moving. Come on. Come on.
Hold up. What's Jid's? Jid has passive medicine? Oh, Jid has passive medicine.
Jid said he was moving on the minute he saw the rock. He said, alright, cool.
Much.
So Jid would not have followed Maxwell for the investigation?
Oh, he would have.
So you could see that the so just based on what your passive medicine score is, you can see that the marks are all flesh wounds. They're all very like all of the cuts are very shallow, and they've already started to rot. Like the blood is fresh, and you can tell that this goblin was like killed in the last 10 hours or so. Really, in the last 8 hours, because it was happening while you guys were it happened while you guys were resting. But like the way the wounds have decayed implies that is that dead much longer.
Oh, I'd be moving on.
All right.
Huh. Weird. Anyway. Jid is literally the oh no. Anyway.
6. Okay.
Oh, wow, that is a natural one on that watch. Okay. Let's see if I actually do good. Okay, that's pretty decent. So that's nature. I don't want nature. I want perception. Ooh. Hey, that's really good. 22, 27, 22. I'm killing it. On that day, I was aware. What was that? Were you choking on something?
No, but I made a noise which imitates choking on something.
Mm.
Because something happened that I did. Come on. Okay, fine.
It's
Okay.
been how many days since that first night? Like 3, right? 4?
It's been a number of days equal to the number of squares you have moved.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's been 6 days, and you said we had how many days until the full moon?
Oh, I said 2.
You all good?
Yep, we're good. Wait, hold on. Just give you a sec. Anything, Jojo?
So on that second night, you feel like on the second night, as the full moon passes overhead, it hurts your eye, it hurts your skin like the sun hurts it. Like your skin, you feel like you're crawling, like you're crawling in your skin. Crawl. And any wounds you had, like like that the cuts you had from the fight
Mm-hmm.
would have closed up and started to heal. They open up, and you find yourself, and like you wake up covered in your own blood.
Oh, that's not good.
But like when you wake up, your wounds have closed back up.
I don't particularly. That's weird.
Yep.
Jid, could you do me a favor? Could you just watch me sleep?
I figured we were taking shifts.
Yeah, I figured.
He had like, all right. So Jin watching Lance sleep on, not Lance. Sorry, I said Lance because I was moving the Lance
Token.
document,
Okay.
not the Lance token, the little document I made for the Centaur weighted Lance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm moving things up and off.
Also, we're approaching the bridge, so
Yep.
we should probably call it here after you describe what Jid saw, and then.
So Maxwell
Mm-hmm.
looked completely normal while he was sleeping, as far as Jid could see. But then when Maxwell bolted out of his trance, Jid could see that he was also covered in blood.
You okay, Maxwell?
I um I don't know.
I'm gonna do a medical check on him, make sure he's all right.
All right, let's see the medicine.
Gonna look at my hands.
Woo!
Oof.
He's definitely He is definitely ill with an arcane disease. But what exactly is afflicting him is beyond the realm of your knowledge. You'll have to investigate him further. You'll have to like keep an eye on him further to figure out what exactly is going on.
I look at my hands and feel that cut that was there on my face. Everything the same.
Oh, also, Maxwell,
Mm-hmm.
your hair has been growing like at an abnormal rate. Like even your facial hair, which previously was, you know, not much, but like a week, a week in this realm, or week in this world, and you have a full beard.
I've never needed to shave before.
All right, and we will do, considering the time, we will do bridge next week.
Yep. Because I figure Hatter's getting pretty tired, right?
Yeah. All right. Drew, are you awake?
I don't think so.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh, cool.
Surprise!
We're stopping the recording here.
Say good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, bitches.